Good, y'all. It's your boy Chopper. When I'm back here with another reaction video. Ooh. But yeah. Alright. Coming at you with another video from my boy Young Dunn the Sauce God. This video is titled My First Time Drinking Alcohol. Alright, my first time drinking alcohol. I was with my homie, Lawrence, and I had said, you know what? And get drunk tonight. Fuck it. I'm just finna try whatever. So I went to the liquor store. I really didn't know what to really just buy. Like I was just buying stuff. It was all clear, like Amsterdam and Grey Goose and stuff. Like I really wasn't an alcoholic, so I didn't know what to buy. And like I used to see like a lot of videos where they, like a lot of videos and a lot of pictures where they used to mix the candy up with juice and make slushes and stuff and put it in the alcohol all together. So I was actually trying to make stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Don't pay me no mind. You know what I'm saying? My phone going off. I'm trying to see who that is. But yeah. So I ended up getting like some Lifesavers and some Jolly Ranchers, and I put them in a blender with the ice and all that, and crushed all that together, and I poured it in a cup. I had got me some red Kool-Aid and mixed it up with the Grey Goose. Like I didn't know what I was doing, but at that moment, man, I was getting my bartending on, like for real. And so nobody ever told me like when you drink alcohol you're supposed to like just, you know what I'm saying, sip it. Don't just take it to the head. That's what I did. Like once I mixed it all up, like, it was kind of nasty because I didn't like really like understand the taste of how alcohol was supposed to taste. Like it's alcohol, man. Like fuck. But so I ended up downing that whole cup in like 5 minutes, which was a bad idea. So I say probably maybe like a minute after drinking that cup, like I just fell sideways to the floor, and I did not get back up until like the next day. Like for real. It's like I'm sitting up in front of the TV, and all of a sudden my body just to the side of the floor. So at that point, my homie Lawrence was like, well, I guess it's time for me to go. I'm gonna holler at you later. And he just locked the door on his way out, and I was just out. I did not get back up until the next day. Like that stuff put me, I was already on my ass, so I can't say it put me on my ass. It put me on my side. I was through. But I'm 4 minutes in right now, man. Let me go ahead and shut up and get to this video.
This is a story of the first time I ever drank alcohol. Scene. So I want to say I was either in the 5th or 6th grade, so that puts me anywhere between 9 and 11 years old. My dad had picked up my sister and I and brought us to his house where he was living with his at the time girlfriend, now wife Maxine. And although she was his girlfriend, I would call her Auntie Max instead of just Maxine, because in Jamaica it's rude for children to call adults by their first name. So typically what you end up doing is putting auntie or uncle in front of their names, which is weird when you think about it, because that would technically make Auntie Max like my dad's sister, which would make a lot of things very wrong. Anyway, by this time, my dad and Auntie Max had my little brother Brandon. So my dad would occasionally bring my little sister Jojo and I over to his house, and the three of us would just play outside all day. Fast forward to the end of the day, and it's time for my dad to take Jojo and I back home. My dad had just finished dinner and was drinking a Smirnoff. Something told me to ask him if I could have some, and he was like, all right, just only take a sip. Which even today, I don't think is that big a deal. Like a sip of beer is not going to do anything significant to a kid. But me being just me, something is wrong with me, okay? I've always known this, all right? So I try to pull a fast one, and I decide to guzzle down like half the bottle of Smirnoff. Because I understood the concept of being drunk, and in my head, that seemed like a great time. You wanna know what my problem was? My problem was that I never experienced having a drunk relative. You know what I'm talking about. I never had that Christmas. You know, that one Christmas, everyone's having a great time, but then that one uncle comes over, has a bit too much to drink, tries to get in a fight with your cousin's boyfriend because he's a Democrat or whatever. He starts knocking shit over. Your dad has to put him in a headlock, tries to calm his ass down. Now your mom's in the corner of the room crying. Oh my God, Christmas is ruined. That picture stays with you as a kid. Lets you know alcohol is not something to play around with. I never had that. All I had was late night television. So I guzzle it down, right? And my dad snatches it from me and he's like, really, nigga? I'm paraphrasing, of course. So I start acting drunk and I start being all goofy. Well, goofier, because I was already a goofy ass kid. Anyway, we're leaving the house, and as we're heading to the car, I decide to hop over the wall that acts as a fence for the yard. Now, in America, I've noticed that most houses don't have fences, and the ones that do are usually waist-high wooden or metal fences. Well, in Jamaica, everybody has a fence, and for good reason. And it's almost always in the form of a concrete wall. This wall in particular was about 4 feet tall. So my dad is trying to get us in the car and I'm still acting drunk. And then I decide to start hopping up on the wall and jumping back down. I do it once, perfect landing. Do it twice, money. Well, they do say third time's a charm, huh? I hit that shit a third time. Didn't quite go as expected. I jumped up, but only my toes actually made it on top of the wall this time, so my feet slipped off, and I just go shin first into the sharp edge of this concrete wall. I instantly begin to die. I am just rolling around in full crybaby mode. I look at my dad, and he's just smiling. But it's not a, oh, I'm so amused smile. It's more of a, yep, that's what you get for being stupid. Does it hurt? Good. Cause you know what? This is all shit that I have to deal with now. So thank you, son. That's exactly what his smile said. This wall dug out a nice chunk of flesh from my skin. As in, over a decade later, I still have the scar. So I was just leaking blood profusely out of my leg. My dad sees this, and long story short, ends up taking me to the hospital. He makes me explain the story and the stupidity to every single nurse that asked me what happened as a form of punishment. And later on, he took me home and my sister, and you know, my mom wasn't happy, but I'm sure she probably just blamed my dad because, hey, that's divorce for you. What's up, fam? Thank you for watching yet another animation. I hope y'all enjoyed it, man. Go ahead and hit that like button if you did.
His drunk experience is way different than mine. Dang, camera cut off. That's messed up. But yeah. It's gonna wrap it up for that video. Chopper out.